You know, when you're running things, people get this idea that you can just snap your fingers and bam, everyone falls in line. But it ain't that simple. Take this thing with the dock workers, for example. They go on strike, stopping everything. Ships sitting there, containers, not moving. Now, if it was just the usual delays, I could handle it. But this was something else. They were making a statement, and in the process, screwing me out of a lot of money. So I try to be reasonable. I reach out to the union heads, try to work something out. But no, these guys are hell-bent on digging in their heels. You know who was behind it all? Harold Daggett. Big shot with the International Longshoremen's. Lives in a mansion over in Saddle River, thinking he's untouchable. He thought he was going to be the next Jimmy Hoffa or something. So I tell myself, all right, time to remind Daggett that he's not running the show here. I send a couple of my guys, Paulie and Furio. You know, fellas who can make an impression. They pay Daggett a visit, knock on his door in the middle of the night. Now picture this, Daggett sitting in his fancy house, thinking he's above it all. Then he hears a knock. He opens the door, and there's Paulie, all smiles. But that smile is the kind that tells you to be afraid, real afraid. Paulie don't waste no time. He walks right in like he owns the place. Furio, he's got that look in his eye, like he's just waiting for a reason. They sit Daggett down in his own house, surrounded by his $1 million art and his white carpets. Paulie leans in, tells him, look, we understand. You got your people? They want more money, more benefits. But there's a compromise here. I love that word. Compromise. Phil Leotardo said it best once. There's no stinking compromise. And that's exactly how I feel about this situation. Daggett was gonna compromise, but on my terms. Paulie explains the situation real clear. You either take the deal we're offering, or there's gonna be some unforeseen circumstances. Daggett, he's sweating now. Furio, just standing there, cracking his knuckles, looking like he's about to rip the guy in half. Then, Paulie gives him the envelope, an offer. Let's call it a retirement package. Daggett takes one look, and I think for a second, he's gonna protest. But Paulie leans in closer. You don't take this deal, Harold. We'll be back. And next time, we won't be so friendly. And that's when it hits him. Daggett knows he ain't got no choice. He may have his union guys, his lawyers, his mansion. But none of that matters when Paulie and Furio are in your living room, reminding you who's really in charge. So wouldn't you know it? The next day, Daggett calls the union reps. Suddenly they're ready to talk. Strike's over just like that. But let me tell you something. That wasn't just about ending the strike. It was about reminding Daggett and anyone else watching that in this world, you don't mess with my business. 'Cause there's no compromise with me unless it's the one I put on the table. And that's how you keep things running.